Your significant other wants to invite someone else into the bedroom. How do you react? My ex-wife liked to do that without my knowledge or participation. My ex-fiance, F, asked me, M, if we could bring another woman into the bed. I told her I valued her, our sex life and our upcoming marriage too much to risk bringing another person into it. She called me corny, broke up with me, and started screwing around with the woman. A week later she had the woman's name tattooed on her butt. I already had a dream about it, and in the dream I was just feeling so sad and like I wasn't enough for him. So I already know it's totally not for me. We should probably clean up first. Yeah. Who expects a visit in their bedroom? Right? Why not use the living room like a normal effing adult? It has the benefit of having a table in it. I like to eat on a table. It'd be scandalous. Why the soup course alone would be a nightmare. Never a fan of performing in front of an audience. Well, good news then, you're holding the camera. Lol. Go ahead, sweetheart. I'll disappoint them too. This was my response as well. It was only brought up as a joke, and my response was, I can only disappoint so many people at once. She has joked about inviting other women, but we also had a serious conversation about it, that we both don't want it, nor would it be healthy for our relationship and current situation. Same here. I have no interest in other women, and wouldn't mind seeing her with one, but I know that how it has played out in my mind is far from what it would actually be like. The reality is that there is no way it wouldn't cause some form of issue. I don't think she would be cool with an escort, which means it's just straight go time. She would need to have a connection with another woman. I'm not cool with her developing a connection with someone that's not me. The same thing I always tell her, you let them in once, they will want to keep coming back in. We bought them a crib for a reason. Alexa, how many adults can fit in a crib? My wife suggested hooking up with her friend in May. I had a little bit of hesitation about it, but I gave it the okay because she assured me that I was the most important thing to her, and her experience with her friend would just be sex. I trusted her. She just filed for divorce last week. It's okay. My wife wanted to divorce after I told her no to other partners. You were fucked either way, mate. My wife has done this several times. It always ends up with me on one side of the bed feeling dejected and alone and wondering when I'll get my wife back. He turns 3 next month, so I assume he'll learn to sleep in his own bed soon. Wholesome twist. Taken up vote. I tell her no. I'm trying to sleep here. I asked my ex this, and she said yeah sure, let's bring a guy in. Never asked after that. Only if I can F his ass, grab his D, and yell look honey. It went through. This is F funny. I'd say no. Depends. We inviting them over for board games? If so, I'm down. Edit. Just to clarify, I'm not suggesting Monopoly. That will strain even a solid, stable relationship more than a threesome ever could. Same. If I wanted to disappoint 2 people at once, I'd go have dinner with my parents. Now you're just bragging about how many parents you have. Imagine even having parents. It's all fun and games until swords cross. Nothing wrong with 2 swordsmen practicing their crafts. Iron sharpens iron. Diamond polishes diamond. My wife does this every night. She sleeps on my wife's back, purrs while looking at me disapprovingly, and attacks my feet when I sleep. Do not recommend. So glad I'm not the only person with a cat who attacks their feet. Honestly makes me so mad when I have work later and get woken up in the dead of the night like please stop doing that. Plot twist, it's not a cat. We need some household repairs we can't afford right now, not have the skills to accomplish them on ourselves. The conversation went like we need to fix the fence, but we don't have time for it or the money to have someone else do it. I take a shot of bourbon. You know, we could open this relationship up and see if they'll do it for love. We both thought about and had a hearty laugh. If we are out drinking, I really hope we don't run into a general contractor that's down, because I don't want to put my mouth where we save our money is. Is that the only place you don't want to put your mouth? Depends on who it is. Hairless Frank Reynolds. I'll prepare the buffet immediately. I make sure that I'm invited. Simply no. That's a deal breaker for me. No matter how much time we are together. Not for religious reasons, but I want to keep my relationship exclusive. Yay. I feel sick just thinking about it. It would break my heart, and I guess traumatize me. See, you're not alone. Thankfully my wife and I find the practice gross. However, if others are going for it, that's all on them. What happens in their bedroom is none of my business. But keep that S out of ours. Due to my lack of interest in having sex, I've always been open to myself seeking it out elsewhere if he finds himself in need, as long as he lets me know about first. So him asking to bring someone into the bedroom likely wouldn't be an issue. Honestly, it might be fun to just sit in a corner like the degenerate gremlin I'm and just watch. Edit. Sheesh. This is the first time I've been awarded with one of these golden thingies. Thanks, friends. Don't mind me. I'll just be over here munching on some popcorn in the corner. It depends who's invited. Lily James. Sure. Judd from accounting. Maybe. Or man I know him. I'll let him know he's in the running. Imagine Mr. Spock lifting an eyebrow. Why did I misread bedroom as bathroom? Still as good. Virgin. The joke is that I have no prior experience. Is a slippery slope and isn't worth it. Done it in the past, but it fucked everything up. I've told this story before, but it's worth repeating. Similar Reddit thread and a woman responded with her story. She and her husband were very experienced with threesomes, but things took a turn when they invited her good friend to join them. It's not what you expect. Turns out hubby had a massive C in the wife, and every other woman could never accommodate his length, but the good friend unexpectedly could. As soon as hubby put it all the way in, he let out a loud groan and came instantly. The wife was distraught and very jealous. She all of a sudden felt inadequate and couldn't get it out of her head. Hubby kept asking when they were going to bring the friend back. Anyway, she wished she never invited the friend. Wife and I have had many a great threesome. Foursome and more. Works for some people. We've made great friends in the lifestyle, but clearly not a lifestyle a lot of people would feel comfortable with. Finally someone saying something positive that doesn't end in breakup. People only ever hear the horror stories. Most with successful open relationships never have anything to complain to others about and mostly stay private about their lifestyle. My wife used to bring it up all the time. We've had another girl a few times and there was one time where it was 3 girls and myself. She eventually asked me if another guy can join. I was okay with it. We have been happily married for 20 years now. You and the guy? Nice. Discuss the mechanics and new ground rules. If we come to an agreement then we'll move forward. The next step is to discuss the ground rules with the third person. And if they agree we'll move forward. My partner clearly respects me and trusts me enough to ask and bring up the conversation about adding an extra member. So long as boundaries are negotiated, all parties are aware and consenting. Let's party. Same thought. Immediate breakup. I'm 100% monogamous. She would know this, so it would be a roundabout way for her to dump me. Same.